I mean that okay. That was one thing I heard American women say when I was promoting Brazilian women. She's like, those women down there have fake stuff too. They got fake hair, fake nails, and fake skin. I said, fake skin. Who the hell says that? I've never heard anybody. What is that? What is fake skin? So she hating on the. I guess she's hating on the fact that the women in Brazil get tan lines, which is, if you ask me, some dudes don't like it, but tan line, the women, I don't know, man. The way how they look when they get tanned is ridiculous.
Trey, I'm thinking the same thing. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, she said those women have fake skin. And let me tell you too, there's the weave. I had some girl that's staying in northern Rio. She's an American, I guess. She moved to Brazil and she thinks she knows everything. And she said, "Oh, because I said women in Brazil don't wear weave." Of course, that's a generalization. It's not a
Mhm.
nothing we say is 100%, but it's a generalization, meaning that usually you're not gonna run into weave. She says, "Oh, the women down here definitely do wear weave once you got the tourist zone." Ma'am, I have been out of the tourist zone. Those are the same people. We're in the same country. We're in the same city. The people do not just change just because you leave the tourist zone. They're still people from Rio or people from Salvador. I have been in Brazil 10 weeks this year, and I have ran to the first woman with extensions, wasn't a wig, extensions, some sort of weave. I don't know what it was, but it wasn't her hair. For the first time last Saturday. That was the first time I ran into anybody because I like to touch women's hair. And I was like, damn, she got weave in her hair. I have not felt weave since I've been down here.
Mm.
And yeah, so that girl don't know what the hell she talking about. That women in Brazil, that's not the norm for them to wear weave. No.
But you want to know what makes that even funnier, though, bro? A lot of the weave that the women wear in the States come from Brazil.
Yeah, they want Brazilians here, but apparently Brazilians are the ones wearing weave. Doesn't make that. That's why I said these chicks they have no valid talking points. They're just saying stuff to sound right. They want to be like Kevin Samuels used to say. They need to be right. They want to be right that bad to the point where they say you got fake fucking skin. I'm. I just don't
I
get it.
can't get over that. I can't get over that. Oh. I was trying to figure out how your skin can feel. I'm literally over here like, dude, how can you fake skin? Like, I'm genuinely trying to figure that out. Like
Yeah,
these women.
fake skin. Or they say, oh, I mean, you got to think about what their comebacks are, right? Oh, those women just want to use you for money. Okay, let's pull up the videos of American women talking about how much it should cost for the first date. Let's pull up
Bro.
all the track records of all the women divorcing men to take all this stuff. We can talk about American women using men.
Mhm.
Oh, they just want a green card. I'm not leaving Brazil.
Right. I'm like, I just did a live last week of women over here saying what they expect their husbands to make. You had a woman that was almost 30 with a child saying her ideal husband has to make 650,000 a year.
And she's not playing. That's what they really think. That's what they it's you would hope it was a dream, but it's not. But it's they really think that. Like I've heard a woman say, "I just want a motherfucker that's just gonna give me access to the safe," and I'm like, okay. I don't know too many people that even have a safe anymore nowadays. But uh, who's gonna give you access to a safe, and why would they do that? That's only in the United States and maybe somewhere like Canada and England. I've never been there, but I've heard they're similar. I think those are the only type of countries you would hear that foolery at. That's all it is foolery. You want me to give you access to the safe? Why would I do that? Tell me why I should give you access to the safe.
Right.
So American women, the whole green card. Austin wants a green card. Okay, I'm the one that wants to marry a Brazilian so I can have dual citizenship. I'm not giving her anything. I don't know. Then they like talk about HIV. Oh, they got HIV. Then they got HIV everywhere.
Right.
So they tell you, oh, Brazil has a lot of HIV. those women down there have HIV. But then at the same time, they'll say, well, y'all don't ever go to Africa. But Africa is known for HIV. So they're contradicting themselves. You shame me because I'm not going to Africa, which you would shame me anywhere if I went there anyway. They're going to talk shit about you either way you go. But we can't bring up HIV. I don't know, but their talking points are just whack. They hold no real value. I don't think I've had any strong talking point that I've heard from them that has made me even think like, okay, damn, she might be right. Like I haven't had anything.
I gotta agree with you. It's been the same thing for me. Cause I remember when I even like even when I saw you on the Purple Pill podcast, man, it was just it was like, man, I'm like, bro, he is over here destroying these females. They just look so nervous, like they really couldn't they really couldn't make a valid point. It just seemed like they were just talking to just try to fill in space.
Yeah, I mean, I had one chick on that podcast when when the host asked, what do you think about men that are going to other countries to get women? And she's like, that's extreme. What is extreme about that? Well, that was her best talking point. In other words, if you're having a hard time in the States, just keep putting up with it, but don't do the extreme. And I don't get it.
I'm like, okay. Does she feel the same way about these women that been going to Gambia to get dick down for decades? I'm like, do she got that same energy for them? See, I'm like, because that's the type of shit I like to point out. I'm like, y'all act like women ain't been doing this. I'm like,
Yeah.
matter of fact, it was one of my subscribers just sent me a video not too long ago that they wanted me to react to of a woman that went to Jamaica that got a boyfriend. Went all the way down to Jamaica just to get some dick. I'm like, but because guys from the States actually want to go to other countries and actually date seriously, you know what I mean? And even if they're not, it ain't no different than what women been doing from decades. I'm like, y'all think the movie Stella Got Her Groove Back was just made up out of thin air? Nah, that shit happens in real life. The fuck are y'all thinking?
Yeah. Just don't come down here. Just don't come to Brazil. I hate it when I see American women down here in Brazil. You're gonna get your feelings hurt. You are no competition for these women down here on any level. Politeness, fitness, beauty, how to treat a man. They do not compete. If you are an American woman, do not come to Brazil unless you come in to try food and look at statues. But don't come down here with no social expectations. Because I've seen some women come from England and they just sitting there on the beach. Because you gotta remember, the Brazilian men don't even approach Brazilian women like that. So you got a bunch of beautiful women just sitting around looking lost. They're not looking lost, but nobody's talking to them. It's rare that they get approached. So they say that every time an American approaches them, like men down there don't approach. So here you got these English women coming from England down here, and y'all trust me, y'all don't stand out at all compared to these Brazilian women. And they had a hard time getting dick that day. I tell you that. We seen them at the same party later on, and finally one of them got somebody. Out of three of them, one of them got a dude, and I mean that didn't look like it was that easy for her to get that. So no, they don't have that good of a time. They don't get looked at. Don't come to Brazil. We have our own countries. American women got places they go to. Men, we got our place we go to. We go to Brazil, Colombia, Thailand. We go to places like that. American women like to go to Dubai. They like to go to Jamaica. They like to go to Cancun. We don't come over to their places trying to interfere with their God. We know what y'all doing when y'all go over there.
Right.
Don't go to Colombia either.
Yeah, for real. That's a waste of time too.
But really, don't go to any of these countries because, and I'm gonna say this mainly to black women in the United States, they show their ass too much at the restaurant. If you come to Brazil doing that, you're gonna get hurt. You cannot show your ass like that, especially not a woman doing it to a man. Okay, this is a country where a man hits a woman, she calls the police, and nothing happens. The United States is a country where a man doesn't even have to know this woman. She can claim that he hit her, and he's about to go do some jail time. That's the difference. Okay, the police don't give a damn about you beating up your wife down here. Okay, Brazilian men ain't taking the finger to the face. That doesn't happen down here. So American women need to stay in America or go to their own destinations, but not Brazil.
Yeah, I agree with you on that because I'm like the American women. I'm like, I don't think American women realize how much better they got it in the States versus anywhere else. I'm like, it's one of the reasons why you got women that are really, some women are really willing to risk everything just to come here because they see how good the women got it here. Let me catch up on these.